Hey everyone, I'm Mike.
And I'm Nate.
And we are Popcorn and Power-Ups, where we talk about movies and video games. Nate's my son.
And Mike's my dad.
And this week, we're going to talk about a movie for our first episode.
What's the movie? Known as Sonic the Hedgehog 1 from the year 2020. God, I actually kind of hated that year. You know, COVID.
Oh yeah, COVID. Well, hopefully our podcast is better than COVID. Strap in, you guys, because we're about to start.
We're up in here to talk about Sonic the Hedgehog 1, as you probably know from the intro. So, I wanted to pick this movie out because, well, back when I was younger, the first video game I ever played and beat a level in was Sonic the Hedgehog 1 from the 90s.
You made me so proud that day. He was 3 and sitting on the couch, and I'm pretty sure he had no idea what he was doing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I did. Like, I think I kept, like, jumping on the spikes, right?
No, you jumped on everything and hit everything, and then rings just bounced right back into your Sonic, so you survived the whole time.
Yeah, I did it first try, right?
I think it was the first try. And I'm glad we picked this movie, because when I was growing up, Sonic was one of my favorite games. You know, for me, I'd have to say it's kind of nice to see a Sonic movie that's good come out before our first good Mario movie.
Yeah, and I mean the Mario movie was pretty good, but we'll save that for a later episode.
Okay, so let's get into some information about the movie Sonic the Hedgehog.
Let's do this.
Yep. So before we start the film synopsis, I'm going to take you through the cast and crew. The director is Jeff Fowler. He was born in 1978, which makes him older than me.
Yay, he's old. This guy's old too.
Not that old. He's been active since 2004. IMDb only lists 5 directing credits, 3 of which are Sonic movies, and 1 is an episode of the Knuckles TV series. And the final one is an animated short in 2004 called Go for Broke. Gopher as in the animal, not go for as in to go for broke.
We know what gophers are.
Right. So I'm not sure how he got this Sonic job. It seems like a pretty high profile.
I mean, I know a little background information on it. So, like, Jeff Fowler and Ben Schwartz teamed up to make a Sonic short, live action Sonic short, because someone was trying to get to be Sonic, and, well, yeah. They made a little Sonic short, and the director and, well, the other people involved making the movie couldn't think of another voice for Sonic or a better director than Jeff Fowler.
Okay.
And Sonic voiced by Ben Schwartz.
And he was also listed as part of the visual effects team for the Shadow the Hedgehog video game in 2005.
Wait. As in, like, the one that... Oh. The Shadow the Hedgehog game, huh?
Yeah, so at least he had some Sonic experience before he got this movie. We'll jump into the cast now. So Sonic himself is voiced by Ben Schwartz.
Ben Schwartz, yay!
Can you guess how many acting credits Ben has?
I don't know.
Without glancing at my notes?
I don't know, okay?
IMDb lists 125 previous acting credits.
Dang, that's a lot.
How about that? He was born in 1981, which still makes him older than me. He's been active since 2006. He's known for playing Gene Ralphio Saperstein in 20 episodes of Parks and Recreation, which I've never seen, so I couldn't tell you about him.
Look, no one cares about that. Sonic movies are the best.
Yep. Obviously, he's been in the Sonic the Hedgehog movies.
Yeah, no doubt.
And he played Jasper in 9 episodes of a show called After Party. So Nate, you might know him because he voiced Banamar in the Lego Movie too.
Banarnar, I believe. Banarnar.
I'm sorry, Banarnar?
Yes! Dude, he literally plays a banana!
In the Lego Movie too.
Seriously, he plays a banana!
Do you remember how he sounds in the Lego Movie too?
Yes, sort of like that. Like,
can you recognize him as Sonic if you watch the Lego Movie too and listen to it?
I mean, if I watched it, like, right this second, I probably could now. Like, I mean, I thought of his voice a little earlier. I was trying to figure out what else I knew Ben Schwartz from, because I know he was in something else that I've seen.
Nice. Okay. And in general, he seems to have just a lot of voice acting credits.
Yeah.
So he's a big, like a voice actor. But you might be surprised to learn that he voiced a hermit in a Dorkly video in 2012.
I'm sorry. Hold on. Let me... Huh.
Yes, he voiced a hermit in a Dorkly video. So, what we're going to do now is we're going to play a little bit of that video. And our listeners, if you haven't watched any Dorkly videos, definitely check them out. They're pretty funny, although they're not necessarily for younger kids. They can get a little violent. But we're going to play a little...
Sonic Goes Berserk and some... Like Mario Goes Berserk. Oh, that was funny.
So we're going to play a little bit of this video so you can hear the voice of Sonic in 2012 in a YouTube short.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
Wow, thanks.
No problemo. You got some moblins that need stabbing? I got your back. Hear me out, though. You're all sorted up.
Okay, so that was Ben Schwartz in a Dorkly video in 2012. What do you think, Nate?
I was not expecting that, to be honest. I did. I mean, that was The Legend of Zelda.
Yes.
I was not expecting him to be in a Legend of Zelda related thing.
So for the audio listeners, in case you haven't seen the video, it's Link in the original Legend of Zelda game walking into that cave in the first part of the game and talking to the old guy who hands him the sword. And Ben, the voice of Sonic, voiced the hermit that hands him the sword. Could you tell it was Sonic?
Well, yes, I could. That was obviously Sonic.
There you go. So that is Ben Schwartz. Next we go to James Marsden, who plays Tom, or
James
Donut
Marsden.
Lord. Yep. I would call him a B-list actor, I guess. IMDb lists 88 acting credits. Right. He was born in 1973, and he's been active since 1993, known for playing Cyclops in X-Men. He played Corny Collins in Hairspray, Prince Edward in Enchanted. He played Kevin in 27 Dresses, and he played Teddy, a robot, in Westworld on HBO.
The heck is that?
Westworld, yeah, you're not old enough to watch that.
Okay.
So, you'll be skipping that one. Then we get to Jim Carrey.
Jim Carrey.
Who plays Robotnik, or Eggman. Jim Carrey, this is my description, right? I would describe him as kind of one of the most iconic actors in the last few decades. IMDb only lists 70 acting credits, right? He was born in 1962, and he's been active since 1981.
Huh.
Right? He's known for Sonic, obviously, since we're talking about him in Sonic, right? He's also known for the Ace Ventura movies.
I've heard of Ace Ventura.
Have you?
Yeah, I've heard of it. I mean, you've literally told me about it a bunch.
I have told you about it, even
Yes.
though you're too young to see some of it, probably.
Yeah.
And it hasn't aged well, I'm just going to say it. He also was known for Dumb and Dumber.
Dumb and Dumber.
You may have seen that.
That one was funny.
Yep. And he was in 127 episodes of In Living Color, which is like a sketch show from the 90s, I think. And he played The Mask, right? In The Mask with the big green.
One last thing that I want to mention on that.
Go ahead.
Jim Carrey one. He also starred as lead role in The Truman Show.
The Truman Show. That's
yeah,
right.
You know the one where there's this guy who's basically living his life inside of a giant dome or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's The Truman Show.
That's right. The Truman Show. He's on TV. A big reality TV star where his entire life is a TV show for everybody to watch, and he doesn't know it. Great movie, everybody, if you haven't seen that one.
You should. I recommend that one.
Great.
Yeah, we gotta do a later episode on that one.
Maybe we will. That's a good idea.
Should.
Huh. And the last acting credit I wanted to mention, I'm just touching on the main actors, is Tika Sumpter, who played Maddie.
Maddie.
Now, is Maddie Tom's wife, or are they just partners?
Maddie's Tom's wife.
Okay, so they're married. Good.
At least they never really made it clear. Let's just say that they are married, because I assume.
Okay, we'll say they're married.
They probably are, right?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they probably are.
So for Tika, she IMDb lists 37 acting credits. She was born in 1980, active since 2006. She's also older than me.
Still older than him.
Yep. She's known for Sonic. I think Sonic's her biggest role. But I can't be totally sure
Sonic's
about
most
that.
likely her biggest role.
She was in South Side with You, playing a character of Michelle Robinson, and The Old Man and the Gun, playing Maureen. Otherwise, there wasn't much else that I noted. And that's all I have for our cast and crew and the direction. Next, we'll get into a plot recap for Nate, so spoiler alert for the next section. But first, let's go to ads. Hey everyone, so this week, our episode is brought to you by the element that brings life, water itself. Water is sponsoring this episode. Right?
Literal water?
That's right. 2 hydrogen atoms and 1 oxygen atom is paying for us to talk about our movie this week. What do you think of that, Nate?
I mean, well, we might need some water benders for something like this, right? We might need them to help it form into a human and give us our money. Just give me my money.
Big Water has a lot of money to give, and they're giving us a bunch of it. So, our listeners, go out, pour yourself a glass of water. You know what? Put some frozen water in that glass of water and make it cold.
Exactly. That's just how you do it, you know?
I drink water every day, right, Nate? Do you?
I mean, yeah, I do.
So drink water. It's good.
Drink water. We'll have some later.
So Nate, why don't you take us away with the plot synopsis and spoiler alert if you haven't seen Sonic.
I typed a lot, okay? So, Sonic 1 plot synopsis. Let's do this. In the very beginning, Baby Sonic is on this island, which is actually Green Hill Zone, but it isn't said it is. He's running along and re-enters where he lives and sees Longclaw. She's basically Obi-Wan Kenobi, if Obi-Wan Kenobi had a beak and ate mice. Quoted Sonic there. Sonic's home is attacked by some characters in masks. Longclaw picks up Sonic and
Wait, characters in masks? Do we know who these characters are? Because I had no idea. Or wait, is this going to be a spoiler?
Yep, it's going to be a spoiler, so I'm covering your mouth.
Okay,
so
okay, all right.
It's going to be a spoiler.
I
Don't
just won't
say
ask
anything
that
about it,
question.
okay?
I just won't ask that
okay?
question.
So, these characters in masks. So, Longclaw picks up Sonic and flies off, but one of the masked characters shoots Longclaw with an arrow.
Oh my god. Maybe this isn't a good movie to watch with a kid.
Actually, it very much is. There's no blood.
Oh, okay.
So, Longclaw and Sonic land, like, somewhere in a forest. And Longclaw gives Sonic this little bag of rings. You know those little, like, pouches with those chocolate coins in it? It's kind of like one of those.
Okay. Yeah,
and
that was a great part.
And, like, Longclaw throws one of them. It turns out that those rings are portals.
So that
Those
reminded me of, which Sonic game? Was it Sonic 3? That had the rings that pop up. You jump through the ring and get to the special zone.
Oh yeah.
Big, huge rings. Spins near the end of the level.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've seen those.
Which kind of surprised me, because I'm like, oh, the rings are supposed to keep him alive, but instead it's just like a subway train.
Yeah. Sonic goes through the portal, but then he looks and sees Longclaw in trouble on the other side.
But he's super fast.
Yeah.
He should have no problem zipping through that portal and grabbing Longclaw, right?
Sonic runs to help her, but the ring portal closed. We can only assume the masked characters killed Longclaw.
This is a sad start to the movie.
Oh my god! You think? Alright, so 10 years pass and Sonic's
10 years?
Yeah, we can.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure Sonic's like 15. His actual like modern video game age, actually.
Okay. I didn't realize it was 10 years, but that's good.
It said like 10 years passed in the movie.
How old was he when he before?
Like 2 or 5. I don't know.
Okay.
So 10 years pass and Sonic's now on planet Earth in Green Hills, Montana, which is not a real place. Don't try to visit it.
Don't try to visit it. Okay.
And Sonic, as the narrator in this part, introduces us to all the different citizens like Donut Lord, Tom Wachowski, Pretzel Lady, / Maddie Wachowski, and Crazy Carl, who has a picture of Sonic, but it's actually the meme Sonic. If you don't know the meme Sonic, it's basically a poorly drawn 2D visual of Sonic.
Sonic. Okay. Maybe I'll look that up. I probably won't.
You better make that the title of our podcast. You better make that the title picture of this podcast. Whew. Alright, so after that, things start to go down. Sonic realizes that he's rather lonely. He goes to see the Little League baseball playoff in Green Hill. Then, later at night, he plays some baseball with himself, gets a little upset, lightning shoots out of his butt, and then Sonic... lightning shoots out of his butt, and then Sonic leaves.
I totally
just now
it came out of his butt. maybe you were watching the movie a little closer than me. I'm gonna go ahead.
Actually, it didn't. There's just something that Sonic says. I wanted to quote him on a couple things.
For the record, Nate has seen this movie 357 times, right?
You're thinking of the sequel and the third one.
Okay, all right. So you're only up to 150 times for this one.
No, I'm not.
So we're going to go ahead
I've seen this one only like 5 times.
We're going to go ahead and trust Nate on his plot synopsis.
You really should.
Feel free in the comments to just let us know how wrong we are about the lightning coming out of Sonic's butt.
It doesn't actually. It just shoots out of everywhere, every hole.
Oh my god.
Alright, so...
Continue.
Yeah,
before it gets less family friendly.
So Sonic leaves the baseball field, and soon after, the scene cuts to a meeting, like in the UN base or whatever.
A government meeting.
Yeah. Commander Walters has a meeting with some people, and then they send in a man whose IQ is off the charts. You know him, you love him. It's Dr. Ivo Robotnik. Looking nothing like Game Robotnik. He had hair. He had sunglasses. He wore all black, isn't fat yet, and is strangely played by Jim Carrey.
Very
as
strangely.
You heard earlier in the podcast.
He does not look the part. That's for sure. But let me tell you this. Jim Carrey, little bit about Jim Carrey. You might wonder why he even took the role. He doesn't look that part. Right? He's this lanky dude, not kind of a fat Robotnik guy with a big mustache. Jim Carrey was attracted to the role because his daughter was a big fan of the games growing up. Did you know that?
Actually, no, I didn't.
Well, there you go. That's why we have Jim Carrey in what seems to be a miscast role, except that maybe we see him do some changes near the end. But yeah, oh my god!
Just wait until our next couple episodes being the second and third Sonic movie. Okay?
Spoilers.
Okay?
Spoilers.
He isn't fat yet, and is strangely played by Jim Carrey, as you heard earlier in the podcast. He's closely followed by his worker and second in command, Agent Stone. He's a little funny later in the franchise, and he has this funny so Eggman has this funny interaction with Major Nobody Cares.
Major Nobody Cares? Are you making fun of Major Nobody Cares?
No, I'm not. His name's like Major Ben something. Eggman was like Major Ben. Nobody cares.
I'll tell you
Nobody
what.
cares.
What did it? So this is a different spot, right? We're out in the field now.
Yeah, we're out in the baseball field.
And Major Nobody Cares, because I like to interrupt you with useless knowledge that you don't care about. Major Nobody Cares. I didn't get the actor's name. I should have looked it up before we recorded. But the actor that plays him plays like a sergeant or a lieutenant, I think it was, in the show Band of Brothers on HBO.
Agent Stone has a little funny Eggman has this little funny interaction with Major Nobody Cares. Eggman sends his egg drones into the forest to find Sonic. As Sonic prepares to leave Earth, but the egg drones and soldiers get a little too close to Sonic's cave. So he runs to Donut Lord's house to throw the ring and get to the Mushroom World.
Speaking of the Mushroom World.
Yes.
The Mushroom World is intended to evoke the Mushroom Hill Zone from Sonic and Knuckles.
I knew that.
Did you know that?
Yes, I did.
Have you played that zone?
Actually, yes, I have. I've played through like Sonic 1, CD, 2, 3, and Knuckles. Sonic throws the ring to the Mushroom World, but then Donut Lord comes in with the tranquilizer gun and shoots Sonic right after Sonic says, meow?
Meow.
The ring falls to the ground but opens as a portal after Sonic sees Tom's skin-tight t-shirt and says, San Francisco? Then the rest of his rings fall through the ring portal. As it closed, eventually Sonic woke up in a dog cage and walks right out. But then, you know him, you love him, Dr. Eggman is outside Sonic hides in the attic while Donut Lord talks to Eggman. Sonic stumbles down the stairs in a ball and then sees Tom in trouble and says, "Wait, don't hurt him." And then Tom just punches him. Just socks him right on the face.
He punched Eggman in the face.
Yes, he did. What, did you not watch the movie with me? Come on.
I did. No, I watched it. We actually watched it together.
Yes, it was fun.
It was fun.
Rather fun.
Go.
So, Tom rushes Sonic and him into his truck, and soon they begin the ride to San Francisco. They go into this bar. Sonic goes in first while Tom calls...
You know what they have at a bar?
What?
Actually, before you get into it.
What?
You know what they have at bars?
What?
Lots of really great products and services. A lot like the products and services that support this podcast, which you're going to hear about right now.
Alright, so... we got a bunch of cows to approve this. Yes, it went by me. Look, I tried to run it by you, okay? But the cows, they ordered me not to.
The cows? We're sponsored by cows.
Yes, we're sponsored by cows.
Like moo cows.
Yes, the ones that go moo.
And make milk.
Yes. Oh,
how much are they paying us?
$0.
Ah. Okay. So, listeners.
Look, they'll pay us in like moos or whatever.
Moos. Can we get milk?
I don't think so.
Listeners.
Look, just
partake in the products of cows. Then.
You know what?
This podcast is brought to you by
cows. And Sonic, of all people, made fun of the word guac.
Guac? Yeah, I'm not a fan of guac myself. I hate guac.
It's a funny word.
I mean, I don't care about the word. I think that green goop is gross.
Look.
Have you had guacamole?
No, I don't think so.
You'd probably hate it too because you hate everything.
Sonic makes a bucket list and he actually gets a lot of it done. Like, he starts a bar fight.
That's on his bucket list, huh?
Yes,
That's right.
It actually was.
Start a bar fight on
and there was right a cow. Sonic was like, okay, does this cow not have a head or does it have two butts? While just riding on a fake cow.
So I'm going to just throw this little so when you're watching this part in the movie, look closer. According to, this is off IMDb or whatever, so take it for what it's worth. I didn't notice this when we first watched it. Okay. But it says here that when Sonic crosses off the slam dunk item on his bucket list, the item relating to the mechanical bull is already crossed off, even though we haven't seen that part yet in the movie. Little goof there.
Ooh, editing error.
Continuity error.
Continuity error.
Anyway,
Yay.
Continue, because this is one of the coolest scenes in the movie.
So there's a bunch of people fighting in the bar, and Sonic basically makes time slow down. Like,
so is that his power? Is he just fast, or can he actually slow down time and he's moving at a normal speed?
He's just really fast. So Sonic's just running around. Tom, he's like about to block a punch. Sonic, pretty much they put everything else in slow motion. Sonic goes fast, and he wraps a bunch of people up in toilet paper. he sprays ketchup on this lady. Has a bunch of fun with some sparklers and stuff. It's a funny scene.
So a lot of stuff happens.
Yeah. Tom's about to block a punch, and Sonic just pushes him over, and as if Tom was asking for a drink or something at the bar table. So eventually they get out of the bar and begin making their way over to San Francisco.
Excellent.
So
does Eggman ever make it to that bar?
Yes. So Eggman and Agent Stone just throw this guy out of a window, a newly placed window.
This is the best. I love this part. I was cracked.
And then Eggman and Agent Stone are just walking along, and then
I love this part. So he gets in there in this guy's face, and this biker who has a neck brace on from what Sonic did to him last time is getting in Eggman's face because Eggman's this scrawny little dude, right? So they're talking their trash or whatever, and Eggman's staring him down, and you just know Eggman's gonna take care of this guy, right? He's looking, and this guy stands no chance somehow against Eggman, even though Eggman's this tiny little guy. So I'm watching, and I'm expecting him to have some drone, fancy technology way to beat this guy, and we just cut to him being thrown through a window in a cutaway gag. Smashed right through this window for just like 2 seconds. And let me just point this out too. This part has another little goof in it, right?
Oh, really?
So after the bar fight, 2 guys are fixing the broken window, right? Which then immediately gets broken again when Dr. Robotnik throws that guy through it that we were just talking about. But when you go to the next shot, Agent Stone and Robotnik walk past the window and it's fixed again.
Huh?
Even though the guys doing the repair still look annoyed in front of a fixed window that was just broken. Another goof, continuity error. Sorry, continue.
Okay, we gotta rewatch this movie. I need to see that. So, Eggman is just walking along. I forget what happened, but it led with Eggman just like using the part of his hand that's from his index finger to his thumb, just whack Agent Stone right in the windpipe. Just, hoi! Everyone goes, hoi! So, after that, Sonic and Tom are just riding in a car. Eggman attacks them with this car thing. Then that gets blown up, turns into a motorcycle. Then that gets blown up, turns into like a tricycle. Then that gets blown up.
That was a very resilient robot.
And then there's just this tiny little helicopter that causes the most possible damage to Tom's truck. It's total now. It still drives, but it's total.
Oh, I remember.
And then Sonic pretty much destroys it. And then the literal final part is a bomb. Sonic gets blown up. Just kidding. Sonic does not die in this. Eventually, they go to Tom's sister, Maddie's sister Rachel's house. And eventually, Sonic wakes up. JoJo, Maddie's niece, gives Sonic the shoes that Sonic has for like the rest of the movie.
That's right, his iconic red and white shoes.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah. So, and eventually, they tie Rachel up because Rachel don't like no Sonics, not at all. So, eventually, they take Rachel's car.
Not nice. I'm not gonna lie, that's pretty mean.
Not at all nice. And they head to San Francisco where they get to the Transamerica building and they get to the top of it. Sonic grabs his rings, prepares to say goodbye when Dr. Eggman shows up in an Eggmobile looking just like him. It's not like the games.
It isn't like the games.
Just make something like the games.
That's right. But, you know what? You can't always have the movie be like the games.
Right?
I mean, what? If this was like the games, Jim Carrey's character would be just trying to turn animals into robots.
Exactly.
And then what, right? What do you do after you've turned all the animals into robots? So here we are in another ad. Nate, who's sponsoring us for actual money this time?
Corn.
I'm sorry? Corn?
Corn.
What?
Look, the farm.
Like the band.
Look,
we got a sponsorship from the band.
No,
Korn?
we didn't.
Yeah.
Look.
God the lie.
No,
God
Dad.
the lie.
I don't know what you're talking about, but the cows told the farmer to reach out to us and actually pay us for this sponsorship being corn.
The farmer. You mean we're sponsored by the vegetable?
Yes, we are sponsored by the vegetable
crop
corn.
Of corn.
Is
it corn? Is it corn on the cob or corn in the can?
Both.
All right.
Every type of corn, even my school's corn. Actually, they're good.
Okay. Well, all right.
Every type of corn
I shouldn't
is
jump to
our
conclusions.
sponsor. Okay.
How much are they paying us?
Half a cent.
They're not paying us.
I mean, actually, more like 1/1,000,000th of a cent.
That's zero. Okay, so listeners, because of our sponsorship with the vegetable corn, go eat corn.
Oh,
corn
God.
on the cob, corn out of a can, popped corn even. Have corn.
Oh God, I want revenge against these cows and the farmer. So as I said, Eggman arrives, and he ready to take Sonic out.
In his not just like the video game
Eggmobile.
Mobile.
Yep.
That's right. I remember this part. Very dramatic.
Yeah, Sonic throws Tom and Maddie off a building.
He throws them off the building. That's right.
Yes, he throws them off a building.
That's right. I remember that. Very safe thing to do.
Yes. Very, just very safe.
So what happens next?
So, they end up through a ring portal and land back in Green Hills. Yay!
There you go. Back in Green Hills. Good.
So, then Sonic loses his rings. They scatter all around the ground. Sonic quickly rushes and picks them up.
So if he doesn't have any rings, he could die if he gets hurt. That's what happens with rings. They're not portals.
Actually, he could... Dude, Dad, you watched the movie with me. He could die if he gets hurt anytime.
Oh, that's right. I forgot. I switched back to video games.
The rings are portals. So, Sonic quickly runs around and collects all of them. And Eggman...
Do we hear the Sonic ring noise when he collects them?
I don't think
like when he, that noise. I'll have to find it. Maybe I'll get a quick clip of the ring noise.
Yeah. Anyways, Eggman and Sonic just rush around San Francisco. Eggman just shooting rockets and stuff at Sonic. It's epic. An epic battle scene.
It is a pretty epic battle scene.
And then Sonic throws a ring portal.
Oh.
And it cuts off to Paris.
Yes, this is where we get the chase around the world.
Yes. So
where do we go? Paris?
Yes, Paris. So it cuts off to Paris. Well, first of all, it cuts off to Paris, and a little girl's watching a mime. The mime, brings his hands in a circle as the ring portal opens.
Amazing.
And just, the mime jumps in surprise as Sonic and then Eggman rush through the portal. They run around Paris a little bit. They fight. Then Sonic throws a ring portal. I think they went to Egypt next.
That's right. So in this part, they end up at Giza, near the Giza pyramids.
Yes,
an interesting little goof here, right?
There's a goof here?
A little bit, but it's not like a movie continuity goof or whatever. But when you see them near the pyramids, there's nothing but desert visible in all directions around here. But the pyramids and the Sphinx are actually surrounded by roads, monuments, and the big city on three sides. There's a Pizza Hut less than 1,000 feet from the Sphinx itself. According to IMDb, I've never been there.
I'm sorry, what?
So you'll see this a lot. I think in a lot of movies where you see the pyramids, they portray them as just in the desert, isolated, but they're near a sprawling city.
God, you know what? I gotta look that up after we're done here.
Yeah, you should look it up. It's a cool picture. I've seen the picture.
Alright, so anyways...
They're at Giza, zooming around.
Yeah,
causing irreparable damage to pyramids that are 2,000 years old.
Sonic's if you can't beat him, blind him. He runs around to Eggman's Eggmobile, blinds Eggman pretty much, runs up the Great Pyramid of Giza. Eggman follows, shoots the rocket, blows up the very tip of the Great Pyramid of Giza.
Ooh.
And Sonic goes through a ring portal on the Great Wall of China.
The Great Wall?
And then just runs along, and then throws another portal, and then ends up in Green Hill. I forget. Sonic somehow gets injured here. I forget. I forget.
Maybe it was a rocket. I can't remember.
Yes, rocket.
That's what Eggman was. He was doing rockets. But this whole sequence is very cool. You get the speed of Sonic, the speed of Dr. Eggman, because we didn't mention this, but he's using one of Sonic's quills,
Eggman
right,
got
to power
one of Sonic's
his
quills.
Yes.
That's
an important little fact. I'm glad we remembered to bring that up.
Important fact for the next couple episodes.
Yeah. So they're zooming around. We get the sense of speed. It's kind of video game like. They're coming through these portals, showing up these places, and we end up back at Green Hill, not the zone, the city.
Yes, the city in Montana. That's not real. Don't try going there. I said that before. Because it's not a real place. They end up back in the fake, not real city, Green Hill.
This sounds like the perfect setup for a final confrontation.
Yep, and it very much is. So Sonic's just unconscious. Tom's all like, "Oh no, Sonic." Eggman's like, you may wanna get some ice, keep the body fresh.
Yeesh, that is cold.
Sonic's just
Get it?
But Sonic's just unconscious. He's not really dead. Eventually, Tom goes to punch Eggman again. Succeeds.
Punches him again.
Yep. Then like, Eggman's like, he's just a silly little alien. He doesn't belong here. And then Tom's like, Sonic was my friend, and he knew more about being human than you ever will. Then Sonic wakes up, pretty much goes knock off Super Sonic, because he's got no Chaos Emeralds or anything. He goes knock off Super Sonic.
He's like, he's shooting lightning out of his butt again?
Yes, he very much is.
Well, that's good.
He beats up Eggman like me when I first played the Marble Zone boss fight in Sonic 1. Next thing you know, Eggman's thing is all like busted up, broken. Sonic jumps, pretty much like kicks Eggman into a ring portal.
A ring portal.
To, guess where? The Mushroom Planet.
The Mushroom Planet.
Alright. So, final battle's all over.
We did it. We made it through. That's it.
Actually,
the movie's over, right?
No, there's more.
That's right.
There's more, ding it.
That's right. I watched it. I knew there was more.
There's more.
I was just setting you up.
There's more. So, next thing you know, it cuts away to Tom and Maddie's house. Olive Garden guy visits them.
Yeah, they're happy. What happens with Eggman?
So Eggman ends up on the Mushroom Planet. He shaves his hair off. His mustache goes all whack.
It goes whack.
and like, Eggman's like, my grasp on sanity remains absolute.
I would have to say maybe not.
Yeah.
Because isn't he talking to a rock?
Yes.
Excellent.
The only companion he has is a rock he named Stone.
At least he didn't name it Wilson. Oh, you won't get that reference.
What?
Until we do the episode on Castaway.
So, eventually, it gets cut to a cliff on one of the mountains in Green Hill, Montana.
Are we in an after credits scene?
Yes, we're in an after credits scene.
Yes. After credits scene, baby. The best thing, the thing everyone hopes for in these movies.
What we see, a ring portal opens. Tails walks through. Tails says, if my calculations are correct, he's here. I found him. I just hope I'm not too late.
We're setting up a sequel.
Yeah.
You know what also has a sequel?
What?
All the products and services that sponsor this podcast absolutely have a sequel.
Are you kidding me?
It's time to talk about some of them. Nate, did you hear that?
What?
Just listen for a second. That's right. What you heard just there is our sponsor for this podcast.
Look, whatever you say, I didn't get the cows this time.
That's
I didn't get
great.
the cows, I didn't get the farmer.
You definitely didn't. Let's listen again. Do you hear that?
Yes.
Good. That
What is
that is Peace and Quiet. Our sponsor for this podcast. And I made sure this time they're paying me, at least. They're paying me in peace and quiet so that I can maintain my grasp on sanity. Do you like peace and quiet, Nate?
Yes, I do.
Do you think you'll like it as much as our listeners when they partake in peace and quiet?
Yep.
Then that's why they're sponsoring this podcast. Listeners, take a deep breath and buy some peace and quiet. Brought to you by this podcast. Brought to you by
this podcast.
Okay, Nate. Great job of that synopsis. That was an incredible amount of detail in your synopsis.
Yes, thank
and
you.
let me
I wrote all that today, by the way.
Yes, I was just gonna say to our listeners, we first watched this movie like 2 weeks ago, and like every day since then, I was like, "Hey Nate, have you started your synopsis?" And then today, he finally started the synopsis. So he did all that in like an hour and a half on his phone. Pretty good, I would say.
Yes.
Nice job, Nate. So let's talk about, how did you feel right when the movie ended? When it first ended, what were your thoughts?
Well, I felt so happy. I felt.
You can't sing. If we could get a copyright strike.
Okay. I apologize, but
It's fine.
I felt happy.
You liked it?
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, it's in third place with all 4 movie Sonic universe things.
Okay. All right. Well, let's save that. We'll you know what? We'll take some time when we hit the end. We're gonna do more Sonic episodes. We'll rank them all. We'll do our Sonic movie / TV rankings, right?
Yeah.
When the movie was over, my first reaction was I was smiling. Right? It was a fun movie. Yeah. It was filled with references to one of my favorite games growing up. You know, when you hear that ring sound when Sonic grabs rings, it transports me back to when I was like your age, Nate, which is not that long ago. I'm staring at you right now. Why are you giving me that look? It's not that long ago. I'm not that old. Right? So I mean, when you see
that was like 39 years ago.
Hey, listen. So when you see no, it isn't that. That's horrible. I'm not that old. When you see Jim Carrey starting to kind of adopt that iconic Robotnik mustache on the Mushroom Planet as he loses his grip on reality, that was great. I mean, in the after credits scene with Tails, definitely awesome. Like it left me wanting more. Let's just talk about some themes of the movie or a theme of the movie. Do you know what a theme is, Nate? What would you just describe what you think a theme is?
Like what it's based on?
I would say a theme is sort of like an underlying message or
I thought that was like
topic.
A moral. I thought that was like a moral.
Yeah, it could be like a moral, or the moral is more of a lesson. But the theme is kind of, I would say, it's like a message of the movie, right? Or what topic the movie is sort of struggling with or dealing with, right? Can you think of like a theme that might go with this movie?
I mean, resolving loneliness, probably.
That makes sense. I agree. So that's what I wrote down here on my document. For me, the big theme of this movie is loneliness, and it's not really subtle about it because this is a kids movie, right? So they're not trying to hide anything. Sonic loses his caregiver Longclaw in a really traumatic fashion, and he blames himself for it.
Yeah, he dies to a bunch of
masked figures
that'll be mentioned again in the next episode tease.
Yeah, and we see Sonic go through the ring. He has to kind of watch Longclaw's end, although the ring closes mercifully before she is, killed.
Yeah, they wanted to keep this like a kids movie, not.
Yeah, it would be. You don't want it to be too sad, right? Yeah. But Sonic's dealing with some tough stuff. It's tough to be lonely. He spends 10 years alone on Earth. 10 years, right? Ooh. So you could see it, when he's playing the baseball with himself. It's fun. He plays every position on that game, but he's
even the space case.
Yeah, he plays every position, and he's trying to have fun, but he really can feel like it starts to hit him just how alone he is. That's kind of the inciting incident, right?
I just realized I can't say this until we do an episode on the third movie. But.
Sure. So he's alone, and he's dealing with his emotions, and it causes him to have that big overload explosion that draws Robotnik in. Right? He blames himself for luring those masked figures to Longclaw. He's been alone. Remember what's his last bucket item on his list? Make a friend. Right? So the first Sonic movie is really dealing with Sonic's loneliness. A topic maybe a lot of kids, especially like kids like you, Nate, you don't have a brother or sister. Maybe you deal with loneliness sometimes. Is that something you deal with?
I mean, when I'm like chilling in another room and you're like working or something.
Yeah, but can you imagine being alone for 10 years? Sonic had it tough, right?
Well, a character in the third one had it tougher.
But luckily, it ends great for Sonic, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does.
Does he make his friend?
Yes, he does.
And
in fact, he makes 2.
And does he have to stay in a cave anymore?
No.
No. What a great ending for Sonic. So that's to me, that's the theme of the movie. Sonic's loneliness, and we see him deal with it and overcome it, and make his friend. Throughout the whole movie.
Yeah.
So now that we've discussed our themes, we've done the synopsis, we kind of talked about our initial reactions. Nate, what's your kind of final thoughts on Sonic 1?
Well, final thoughts are really good. Actually, to be honest, like every Sonic movie they made, I've rated it really high out of 10. This one, like 8.5 out of 10.
8.5 out of 10? That's
Yeah.
that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Yeah,
Let's call 10 like a masterpiece. The best a movie can get.
Yeah.
And 1 is ugh. We'll call it ugh is 1. So this is 8.5. That's pretty good. That's up there. What was your favorite part?
Well, my favorite part, probably the final battle.
The final battle?
Yeah.
You mean like the chase through
Yep.
the chase around the world?
Yep.
That was pretty cool.
How about you?
So for me, I mean, was it faithful to the game? No. But like I said before, you don't really want something like this to be faithful to the game. I think they did a really good job interpreting the Sonic story. And giving us something that is interesting to watch. Sonic's speed, like he runs from the truck to the Pacific Ocean and back in like 2 seconds.
We didn't mention that.
No, yeah, we see his speed.
Like, say that's 1,000 miles away. Sonic would have had to go like 1,000 miles a second to get there and back.
Yeah, he was moving, but we see his speed. We see Robotnik from the game. We see his robots, which is cool, and the visuals were great. It was so much fun. So I'd have to say I really liked it. Is it the best movie I've ever seen? I'm pretty old. We've kind of talked about that during the podcast. So I've seen a lot of movies. So I wouldn't say it's the best I've ever seen. I'd give it like a 7.
Yeah.
I really like Sonic. He's one of my favorite video game characters. I like him more than Mario. Not blasphemy, I know, but I thought this was a fun movie. I thought this was a fun movie, and I'm glad it got a sequel. I think when we do the sequels, it's going to get even better. Yeah. So next time, listeners, tune in, and we'll talk about Sonic 2. Sonic and Tails. No, what's it called? Sonic 2, the Hedgehog 2.
Yes, Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
It's just Sonic the Hedgehog 2?
Yes, just Sonic the Hedgehog 2.
We're going to talk in our next episode about Sonic 2, Sonic and Tails. There's no subtitle.
We'll just call it a better part.
Sonic 2, the better one.
Yes.
Is that a good subtitle?